Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs se buzeko cha. Your way of quality living.
Himstar for a complete home.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
DHI happier home. Today sahi.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
बाजोपन सम्बन्धी कुनै पनि समस्या समाधानका लागि सम्झनुहोस् हार्दिक IVF and Fertility Center, Sinamangal, Kathmandu.
In a couple of hours from now, one of the teams will be popping the champagne with the trophy in their hand. A very good afternoon once again, Monali Patel.
Very good afternoon indeed, Mikhail. And that trophy is quite epic. I love that it's got a piece of the Himalayas on it. Very fitting for the Nepal Premier League. And my goodness, have they come out in numbers today. The Royals fans will be happy. 97 for none at the halfway point. And this has been an exceptional half century from Saif Zaib. Part of 7 fours and 2 sixes. He started a bit slow, but once he got going, there was absolutely no stopping him. Bang, as often as he could. And he has played all around the park, regardless of the bowler that he's faced. Took Jimmy Nisham down the ground a couple of times as well. An incredible half century, and what a time to get it in the finals.
Oh yes, the boys in yellow have been on a leather hunt. Mawson to continue. No respite if you're a bowler, because that ball is going the distance today, and that one's out of here as well. Binod Bhandari has been quiet for a while, but he started to wield that willow like a magic wand now.
Oh wow, he has absolutely smashed it. Passes the 100 mark, and another Siddhartha Bank maximum down on one knee. And my God, has he put that a long distance away. Where's the wicket coming from? They've got to try and bring it somewhere here for the Bulls. They're very quickly getting out of this contest.
What a toss to win here for the Royals. 10 wickets in hand. 100 up on the board in the 10th over. And you just feel that the Bulls are a little jaded. They've played a lot of cricket in the last couple of days. Take a look at those 50s as well. The second one coming in 23 deliveries. Remember, they had the 2 maidens as well within the first 5 overs.
When those 2 maidens seem to be the only highlight for the Bulls in this entire 10.2 overs. It's been smashed down the ground, and it's a 1 bounce 4. Jimmy Neesham had no chance on that one. It was traveling. They're making very easy work of this, the Royals.
Well, goes to show how good a surface as well. Backed himself, gave the charge, presented the full face of the bat. A bit of inside-out cricket over here. Wide of the fielder at long off. 1 bounce towards Hamrojeet. Careful, Jeet. It's raining runs. We've seen 9 fours, 5 sixes already within the first 11 overs. And why would you want to do that, Monali?
Well, you're batting so well, and then you try to bring out the switch hit. We see this so often. Batters are going well, they're striking the ball down the ground, and then they pull out that shot and they're gone. And what a partnership this is turning out to be. 109 now. It's the largest partnership for the Royals. And this is, what a time they've brought this out. In the finals, you couldn't have asked for a better way to start the finals.
You have to save your best for the last, they say. And what an occasion to come good as an opening batting pair. Look at that partnership, 10 wickets in hand. And what I've really liked about Binod Bhandari is today, He's brought in so much of maturity in this innings of his senior pro, playing like one as well. 13 coming off this over. It's 1-1-0 for 11.
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन्। ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस्, खुलेर जिउनुस्। सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जियौं।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र gas hobsले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
After the Royals won the toss and decided to bat first, and both Zeb and Binod have been on a leather hunt. Yes, it's been a wonderful start, wonderful event, and we are all set to have a listen to a wonderful conversation as well. That's because Andrew Leonard is with the man of the moment, the Secretary of CAN, Paras Khadka.
Certainly am, Mikhail. Thank you so much. The Secretary of the Cricket Association of Nepal, Paras Khadka. Paras, it's probably going to be hard for you to sum up your emotions. You must be incredibly proud.
I mean, it's just been unbelievable. Just look at the crowd today. We've had hundreds of calls since yesterday from all of the bureaucracy to the owners to, I mean, the ministers to corporate people. The whole country wants to get inside. You can see the crowd inside. I mean, hopefully we'll use this to, you know, get right perspectives in terms of the fact that Nepal now needs a proper cricket stadium. It's so difficult for us to manage everything right now. But having said that, the most important part here is that Nepal cricket's won. I think this tournament has somehow put us on a global scale where for a franchise cricket with limited resources at our end, we have managed to make a mark.
Yeah, there's no doubt in terms of as a first season, it could not have been more successful. I think if anything, you're under-exaggerating. It was thousands of people making those requests. I've got a stat for you. There's only one other league in the history of franchise cricket that has a one-run win, a one-wicket win and a super over in its first season. That was the IPL. There are some shades, aren't there, of what went on south of the border in its first year here in Nepal.
Our biggest...
This could be a chance. I'm just going to cut you off, Paras. As long off comes in and drops the catch. Big moment in the match. Safe save. Put down on 64. Coming back to you, Paras. Go on.
No, I mean, see, it all comes down to the kind of ideas and dreams we put up in place. I think Cricket Association of Nepal, along with the governing council and everybody behind the scene, there's been so much of hard work. Even for me, we're on the final day. I've hardly had time to watch a cricket match because you just have to take care of everybody around it. But everyone's put in a lot of effort, and I mean, comparisons are fine, but we're a young cricketing nation with big dreams. So all of these things will take place as long as the cricket is taken care of.
Ball coming down towards us. Jimmy Neesham does the fielding. You must be so proud of something that we've seen here before, these massive crowds, the fanaticism for cricket, but that's always been for the national team. You think of March 16th, May 1st, May 2nd last year. This is for domestic cricket here in Nepal. Did you truly believe it could be this successful?
It has gone beyond our expectations, honestly, and also the love for the game. I can proudly say that now cricket has reached the grassroots in terms of viewership and ownership. Each region is being represented and everyone's in it for their own team. That's the kind of support that...
Hammered away, fielder out there. Not quite going to get there. There's something happening every ball here, Paras.
See now, I mean, it's 11.4 and with 10 wickets in hand, you expect fireworks every single ball. See, the kind of reception that the people have taken up to this league and to the ownership of the teams has been simply phenomenal. And hopefully, with the kind of expectations that we have been able to generate from year one, in the coming years with a better infrastructure stadium, maybe cricket under floodlights, I'm speechless.
Can I ask you about the years to come? I know you can't even really probably think about that just yet, but maybe not just here in Kathmandu. Is there a future where the Nepal Premier League expands outside of the valley?
Absolutely. There have been a lot of investments that are coming in various places inside the country. In 3-4 years, we could go do a home and away matches between. We may not have 8 grounds and stadiums straight away, but even if it comes down to 3 or 4 stadiums come 3rd, 4th year, it'll set a benchmark for what cricket is and what sport can do to a country. And we can see for a fact that the country is united by one sport, everybody under an umbrella, and Cricket Association Nepal is trying its best to, decentralize this sport. So I hope in the coming years we can go all over the country.
Hammered down to long on, taken. The first wicket finally falls. Save's gone for 69, up to the commentary box.
Here finally a break here for the Janakpur bowls, and Zeb, after a very fine innings, departs as Kishore Mahato strikes. Much needed wicket here for the bowls. They've been playing catch up, they've been on the back foot, they've been quiet.
Much needed is an understatement here. Finally a catch is held on. He was trying to go down the ground, didn't have the distance this time, and this is a well-judged catch, well taken by Lalit Rajabanshi. The first one finally falls. It's Saif Ali Zaib gone for 69 off 43, and the Royals are 117 for 1. We're going to go right back.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Tapaiको असली एनर्जी Red Bull असली नै रोजौं.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys. The gas hobs le buzeko cha. Your way of quality living.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
I would say the biggest win that we have come out of this tournament. Moving forward, like I said, sports is entertainment. Nepal cricket over the last 25 years that I have been involved with as a cricketer and now as an administrator, there's so much that we need to give back to our fans. The fans have been our biggest stakeholders with infrastructure being built, with better investments coming in. I feel this sport could ignite a very big economic industry, which is going to help a young Nepali dream of achieving the impossible. And also, most importantly, the most important factor is that cricket and sports can now become a viable industry where the youths can get into it and earn a livelihood for themselves. And it's not just the cricketers, it's the whole ecosystem of caterers to advertisement businesses to volunteers to social media to everybody involved in this ecosystem.
Lalit Rajbanshi back into the attack here. There's no doubt that this country is starting to really realise its potential, and this Nepal Premier League and the exploits of the national teams, the cricketers are really doing that. We haven't spoken much about the cricket because there's so much to making a league happen. What about the cricket on the field, particularly the Nepal players? There's been some real standouts, the likes of Rohit Paudel, Rijan Dakal. We see Lalit Rajbanshi, the joint leading wicket taker. You must be really proud, haven't even mentioned Dipendra Singh Airi yet, as to how the local players are performing against some of the best in the world.
See, this is the platform that a cricketer yearns for. Some of our cricketers have really set a benchmark, like Captain Rohit Paudel, Dipendra Singh Airi, even youngsters like Bipin Sharma, who's come through the ranks. And now you can see that with a platform like this, the talent will then get the potential platform to express themselves. I have always believed the fact that there are more talented cricketers in this country, but a tournament like this, where around 85-90 cricketers from Nepal, so the best cricketers have been big, some of them have come through the talent hunt, and the most important thing is cricket has become a household name. Cricket is a winner. And for all of our cricketers who played this tournament, the ultimate dream is to go on to represent Nepal and make sure Nepal wins every tournament we play. The benchmark's been set. Hopefully we can keep up the momentum and keep building up from here.
Just a quick final question. You talk about those halcyon days, March 16th last year, a day that anyone who is here will never forget. No one's going to forget today, are they? But what are you proudest of across the whole event?
I think it's just been tremendous work from everybody involved, the whole cricketing fraternity who's part of Nepal.
Bowled him, we have a second wicket, and Paris, we're going to thank you, wish you well, and go back upstairs to the commentary box.
Yeah, good passage of play here for the bowls. They've just found an opening, and it's also the ultraviolet ballistic moment of the day. Rajbanshi, as always, amongst wickets.
This is a big moment. It's a big wicket. It's that of Binod Bhandari. Into the stumps, and now both openers are back in the pavilion. This momentum could be just what the Bolts needed at this time. Going deep in his crease, nowhere close to the ball. And Lalit Rajbanshi finds the gap. He's batted well, Binod Bhandari, but he goes for 41 off 31. The Royals are 117 for 2.
Yeah, 2 wickets to fall on the same score of 117. Bit of a mini comeback here for the bowls. Certainly you can sense that they're feeling the energy now. They looked a little jaded in the field. Harmeet Singh walks out. He's always got a promotion with the bat. He's been a superstar with the ball, but he's not had a great outing. Just 14 runs and a best of 13. Now he can certainly bring out a wide range of shots. Will it be today? He's up against Rajbanshi. Gets off the mark as well. And what a lovely chat with the Secretary of the Cricket Association of Nepal, Paras Khatka. He should pride over this moment, Monali. He can savor it. It's been a very, very successful and a runaway hit across the global cricketing globe.
It's been quite a standout here in Nepal Premier League, and he really is an anchor to all of that. Got Brandon McMullen out in the middle, a best of 53. He's got 187 runs so far, not a bad strike rate, but these two batters are now practically starting from zero. And Lalit Rajbanshi, who's been so consistent so far for the bowls, gets a breakthrough. 1 for 5 in his 2.4 overs. He has bowled well today, Rajbanshi.
All through the tournament, should I say. Nicely using the pace. Good fielding as well. Both the batters are off the mark.
Saif Ali Zaid, a little bit earlier, tried to go down the ground, didn't get the distance, and a very well judged catch. And look who it is taking the catch, Lalit Rajbanshi. He's played a good hand so far in this game. 1 wicket, 1 catch, and he's held down that one end. Just the 6 runs coming off of his spell so far.
Yeah, looking to go big over here. Harmeet Singh, he's been sent out with a message. And he'll push for the second. They'll get a couple of runs here. Another very good over by Rajbanshi. He's conceded only 8 runs in his 3 overs so far. 4 runs coming off this, 121 for 2.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
23, they were bowled out for 51. The Royals won that by a huge margin of 72 runs, thereby also boosting their net run rate. Binod has enjoyed playing against the Janakpur bowls, and today as well he got 41 with the bat. That partnership of 117 with Zeb. Yeah, a bit of mystery here now with Malla in the middle.
That's sort of been the story for the bowls, hasn't it? The batting just hasn't clicked for them. And when your batting combinations don't click, when you don't get your batters to transition from those starts to get the bigger scores, it's hard. It's really hard for your bowlers. This, the second wicket of Binod Bhandari. Lalit Rajbanshi bowls a gem. Binod Bhandari tries to go deep in his crease. It's right through the gap.
Yeah, he kept it slower through the air this time, just closing the face of the bat. Binod Bhandari playing all over it. Yeah, but he's done his job. What a partnership, 117. Yeah, just picks it between mid-wicket and long on. Get a couple of runs. Now the Janakpur bowls have lost 3 games this season and have lost 2 games versus the Royals and 1 versus the Chitwan Rhinos as well. And there he is, Binod Bhandari. What an innings. He played 41 and 31. 58 in the last game, unbeaten against the same team.
Kind of plays on your mind, doesn't it? You know you've lost to this side twice before. One of them was a big loss, 51 all out with the bat. And surely they're thinking we have to back ourselves today, but it's not been a start that you can back yourself with. The bowling's gone all over the park. They're still going at 9 runs and over. And you feel maybe this is the point in time when they can just pull it back. As this one slapped through the offside. That momentum, they just now need to start to switch to the bold side, but that's if they do the right things and put the pressure on these two batters.
And just looking at the cricket they've played in the last couple of days as well, Monali. They played their last league game. We'll take a look at this. Sliced. It was in the air, but wide of the fielder at backward point. Back live. Over the bowler's head. Into the side screen as well. McMullen with long levers. Frees his arms and gets plenty of bat on it. What a way to end over number 14. 12 runs coming off it. 133 for 2.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
Look at those projected scores.
Those are some scary projected scores from a bowler's perspective. Especially when the batting's not clicked.
Yeah, from the bowler's perspective, it's scary. What about the Royals' perspective, Monali?
See, the Royals have come in with so much confidence here, and why not? They've picked up win after win. They've come in so consistently with bat and ball in every single game, and they've dominated. So you would feel that they're coming in with a sense of confidence. They're playing with that sense of confidence. I mean, you don't have a start the way they have here if you're not confident of the way you are playing.
Absolutely. What a view. Wow. Sight to behold. All this breathtaking as well. Our drone has worked overtime and given us some of the most sensational views. Yeah, he's got a lot of bat on this one. It's more like a no-look shot from Harmeet Singh, and that's out of here as well. That's the Siddharth Bang maximum. He gets the promotion once again, and he repays the fate with a wonderful strike.
Oh, Mohsin, a little too leg side. That's a free hit, asking to be hit away. And Harmeet Singh's not going to miss many of those. Swinging into the leg side. The fielder might have thought he's in contention for a very short time. And then he watches it sail over his head for a 6.
And out of nowhere, in no time, this partnership is worth 24 and 13 for the third wicket. And they've been on a leather hunt. Yeah, we talk about that breathtaking view once again.
Talk about the breathtaking view. Have you been out at all? Every time I've asked you to go and explore, you've said, no, I'm too tired.
I'm just too immersed in the cricket, Monali.
When you're not on the field?
Yeah, I'm just too immersed in the way the game has been played. And yeah, I have gone a couple of places. In fact, I've had the good fortune of seeing some very, very beautiful scenic views as well. There it is. Talk about it. You don't need to go anywhere when a drone is getting you such lovely visuals. That's the beauty of Nepal.
Oh, this is another one. It's another one. Tried to slap it through the offside. And straight into the hands. It's Harmeet Singh again. Cannot go on to get a big score. And Mohsin picks up a wicket to his name.
That was short and wide. He sliced this one. Had 4 written all over, but a very good catch. Not easy. Sher Malla there. He had to time the jump to perfection. And he had to catch it ahead of him. Harmeet departs for 14. And this partnership of 26 has been broken. It's 143 for 3 after 15.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
रिफ्रेश बनाउँछ भित्रैबाट फ्रेश.
To get his hands on the trophy, he's got a big innings to play here and work to do with the ball. And when he captains and fields in the second innings, he joins Brandon McMullen. The risk to throw Harmeet up to number 4, they might think as though it's worked. 14 off 8. As Neesham will return for his third. Beautifully played, but very well fielded as well. And look at Dipendra Singh Ari, he jogs too, that's how quick he is. As I welcome HD Ackerman.
In the perfect 15 overs, you would think, for the Royals, the wonderful opening stand. And yet the risk which some may frown at, me being one of them, when Harmeet Singh walked to the wicket, but he did his job. He came in and had to get on with things or get out. He did. Now the two big men are at the crease.
I suspect there'll be a roar of anticipation as the Tiger will come on to strike for the first time. This is the wicket. Well bowled Mohammed Mohsin, hidden away a long way outside the off stump, outside the hitting arc, and an excellent catch from a young man who has a big future. I promise you that, Hilton. Hemant Dami, we barely got to see him this tournament, but he's a fine fast bowler. He comes on as a sub and he has his moment.
Not an easy catch. Now, clever from Mohsin, the old googly away from the left-hander.
Fast hands will allow Irie to get off the mark with a couple. He just forces the fumble, forces the error. He wants a third, but McMullen has ended up on his backside. You cannot take your eyes off the entire playing oval when he's out there.
Well, from a fielding perspective, the first job is to get to the ball as quickly as possible. The next job is to get it clean in the hands. But while he's running between the wickets, the outfielder often just looks up a little bit and then up, and the fumble is more than enough for him to get through for 2.
Irie wants 2 again here, but McMullen says no. There's a biggle, not just between these two sides, it's going around social media as El Clasico, but between these two men, Irie and Neesham. Remember, when Irie dismissed him in the group stages, out came the somersault, and I can promise you, I'm not going to call Jimmy Neesham an elephant, but he's not forgotten that. Well, as we heard from Paris Kadkar, thanks to all our sponsors, including Ultraviolet, that's the F77, imagined at the intersection of design and technology. Really beautiful bike. I was on the back of one of those this morning. Only way to get here when the traffic's as heavy as it is. Just wonder what might happen if Neesham somehow got Dipendra out here. Bowled him, it's just clipped the bail. It's not Irie, it's not the one he wanted, but it's another big one as Brandon McMullen gets to double figures for the umpteenth time in this tournament and gets out.
Just a length with a little bit of zip, maybe a touch movement back into the right-hander. McMullen's looking to go downtown. And Neesham has one. That's a very big wicket at a critical stage in the match. Because if this man had batted through, well, 200 is definitely on the cards. He goes for 14. Maybe, just maybe, the Bolts are scrapping back. 149 for 4.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश. यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश.
To Arjun Gartry. I think Scotty Kugelijn might have had a laundry error. He's ended up with the wrong shirt in his back. In he comes, promoted up the order, ahead of Ishan Pandey. Thought they might have gone left hand, right hand, particularly with Raj Banshi having one left. Instead, they've gone for power. Because it's two right-handers, Raj Banshi will now be called upon to bowl his fourth and final. Amazing to think of his bowling figures as the 150 comes up against the carnage of the rest of them, HD.
Yeah, 1 for 9. That single bringing up the 150. I am a little bit surprised about Ishpande not coming in here. Forget the left hand, well, not forget the left hand, right hand combination. It's a very good point. But the fact that Dipendra Singh Ari at the beginning of his innings relies heavily on between the wickets running. Quick stuff, quick signals. I'm not sure he's going to get the same response from Kugelijn as he would from Pandey. But Kugelijn is sent in all-out attack.
He gets off the mark immediately. This was a good piece of bowling, wasn't it, from Jimmy Nish in the final ball of the previous over. Just the one bail it kissed.
Yeah, hard length. Hard length. Sometimes the old test length is still the best. Not all the time though, because you can disappear over mid-wicket. But on that occasion, perfect.
Shot you don't see too often from Dipendra Singh Ari, purely because of where the fielders are. I've no doubt that Ari wants 3. He's almost willing Kugelijn to come with him. And he does just about get there. As Sharmala holds his arm after the throw.
It's a shot that can be utilised just to manipulate the field to the way you want it to be set as a batter. So you play the little lap. Now what inevitably happens is they can bring the deep square leg finer, or they move someone across from the offside into that position at short 45, and it just opens up another scoring area for you.
Good check of the stroke from Kugelijn because he didn't get there. Yeah, I spoke to Scott Kugelijn about one of the more controversial aspects or incidents that we've seen in the tournament when Ishan Pandey was retired, and he actually said he felt really bad about it. And then he watched back the coverage and he said, I know you and HD were spraying me to the heavens and I deserved it because I don't know whether it was the right thing to do. They asked me to go in and have a wind, and then I just couldn't get a hold of one. Ended up, I think, with 3 or 4 or something like that. That was Ishan Pandey being retired out.
Well, I'd certainly never blame Scott Kugelijn for going in. He didn't grab the coach by the scruff of the neck and say, send me in. Right, when he came down the wicket the last time to Rajbansi, I actually think he just cramped himself a little bit for room. He wants a little bit of freedom to be able to swing those arms through the ball. This is a big delivery here.
Oh, quite beautifully bowled. The tournament's leading wicket taker for a reason has finished maybe his best 4-over set of the tournament. 1 for 15 for him. It's 156 for 4.
DHI Happier Home. Today sa hai.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city.
Himstar for a complete home.
Light Super Light on Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Bismillah Shinwari just said, can we just go upstairs just in case? Front foot's absolutely fine, nothing wrong with that. And I also think at the other end, I'm not even sure who appealed. Keep your eyes on Malanta here. It'd be interesting to see if there was an appeal. But absolutely fine. So Shinwari just wanted to double check it. Not out will be the NPay umpire decision pending decision on screen. 18 balls left. Tiger at the crease. What can they get to? Nisham wants his wicket. Hammered away. But protection out there, well placed, deep backward point.
It is quite difficult now, isn't it, for the square leg umpire, because they don't stand in line with that popping crease anymore because of the run out camera. Years and years ago they used to stand directly in line and they would have to make that decision. Now they've almost got to get out of the path, so when there is an appeal you can almost understand them going upstairs.
Yeah, that's to avoid blocking off our cameras to give the best possible chance of the correct decision. There's Rashid Riaz, definitely a couple of yards behind square, isn't he? I just didn't see an appeal. That's why I was surprised they went up to the third umpire. You need an appeal, remember. Into the slot, one Kiwi to the other. Kuggeleijn gets a good piece of it, but he'll feel as though he's missed out there.
He's going to think, come on Scott, you need a boundary here, otherwise this fella's going to run you ragged.
When we were looking at that replay of them running the three, that was Dipender Singh Ari, not even in second gear. He was trotting. Kuggeleijn was all out to sprint back for three. Little bit of a tortoise and hare situation out there, the two batters. Royals are still on top here, but the Bolts are just gradually clawing their way back into this contest. It does look a good surface.
It does. And what you don't want to do, and Kugelein's very aware of that, especially after the conversation he's had with you, is that he doesn't want to just swing and miss. He still wants to be scoring. Sometimes that can happen when you elevate a big hitter up the order, is they can spend their innings swinging and missing. And it can cost the side. He can strike him though, can Kuggeleijn.
Goes straight down the ground, a little unorthodox because he has to extend almost out of his shape, but he gets a good piece of it. Mid-off's up in the circle, one bounce four.
It is the adjustment to the stroke that makes it such a good one, because it's pace taken off and he has to just wait ever so slightly, and the opening of the face at point of contact is critical to the end result.
Every batter there, their natural instinct will be to bring the bottom hand through to close the face and often lose their shape. Somehow it was a touch unorthodox. He got it straight enough to get four. This time the bottom hand does come through. It splits the gap. It's four more. Nisham cannot quite believe what his Kiwi colleagues done to him. Two big balls there, two big boundaries.
And even 12 off 7 would suggest that the risk to elevate Kuggeleijn up the order has been a success, because at this stage of an innings, when you're striking it at 171, you're doing your job.
His job now may be to go 2-4-6. Irie would quite like the strike in the 19th, I feel. Instead it will be a dot. Irie will get the strike. Nisham will finish with 1 for 44. It's 167 for 4.
जहाँ पनि रहूँ छँदैछ नि रमपम छँदैछ नि
क्रिकेटमा जितको मजा र फोनमा टेक्नोको मजा कसैले बिट गर्न सक्दैन बिकज टेक्नो प्रोभाइड्स बेस्ट क्वालिटी बेस्ट सर्भिस एन्ड बेस्ट सिग्नल टेक्नो स्मार्टफोन रोजी बनाउनुहोस् आफ्नो चोइस मोबाइल
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
I think we're about to see something happen. Yes, we are. It's the big one. The Tiger falls to one of the bowlers of the tournament. Certainly the one who stood out the most with his wrist spin. It's Mohammad Mohsin.
Just didn't get it fine enough. Uses those wrists so beautifully, does Dipendra Singh Airi. But unfortunately, this time he picks out the man at deep square leg. It is that sub-fielder dummy once more who takes the catch in the deep. He's enjoying his day out. The captain goes for 9, 167 for 5.
Arif Sheikh to the crease. Big LBW shout. Brave bowling your wrist spinner in the 19th, but how well has Mohammad Mohsin responded? Marvellous catch held by the subfielder Hemant Dami, who's on for Shubh Kansakar. Let's hope he's okay to bat. They'll need him with the bat, the bolts. Is the googly not picked again? And once more it's Dami in action.
It's such a good tournament, Mohammad Mohsin. It's difficult to pick when he bowls that wrong, and that was the leg spin, and it was just the bounce because of how tall he is that led to the thick outside edge going all the way to square leg.
Well, somewhere right now in Birgunj, in the Sheikh household, Mr. Sheikh and Mrs. Sheikh are having a very difficult time as to know who to cheer on. Arif posted last night, house divided, heart united. As Arif goes into the sky, deep mid-wicket out there. It's another one. It's Mohsin again. Rajbanshi takes the catch. The bolts bouncing back into this contest.
Innings just starting to falter. Just starting to falter. Not easy to walk in and be expected to hit the ball out the ground from the word go. But Arif perishes in the cause, looking for quick runs. 169 for 6.
Ishan Pandey, the young left-hander, has had a fine tournament. I know he's impressed many, the way in which he's played. May naturally be a little bit more suited to the ODI game, but he certainly has played his role for the Royals, who've had such a brilliant campaign. I just question the decision to send not just Arif Sheikh but also Scott Kugelheim in ahead of him, particularly when Rajbanshi and Mohsin had overs left. This goes over the offside, another fielder there, but Nisham, I think he's misjudged it completely. It could have been 2-2 to close out the over. Instead, it's a boundary for Pandey. It's 173 for 6.
Light Super Light Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है।
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
Ball just keeps going away from him, to be fair. There's a bit of slice on it. Kugelheim has the strike for the final over.
Another. They're tumbling like a pack of cards here. And Kishore Mahato continues his fine tournament with the big wicket of Scott Kugelheim.
He crowds his stumps, Scott Kugelheim, and I almost think he'd be better off if he didn't, because that was right in the hitting zone if he stood on middle or middle and leg. Well, done the job. Mahato bowls it straight and says, if you miss, I'll hit. Kugelheim's 13 off 10. The Royals, they might get bundled out here. 173 for 7.
Naresh Budiyar to the crease. Pumps it down to long on. Pandey's quick between the wickets. That's great running for a couple. HD. After 15 overs, it was 143 for 2 with a ball to go. Since then, the Royals have collapsed in a heap.
Yeah, it would be easy to say that they'll be disappointed with the last 5 or so overs of this innings, but they've still got an immensely difficult score to chase for the Bolts.
Straight down the ground, 2 fielders there. Oh dear! A collision, the last thing we want to see. Akash Tripathi, I think, is one of them. They probably couldn't hear each other. The end result will be 6. But much more importantly, let's hope the 2 fielders are all right.
So difficult to communicate in this cauldron of noise. Straight down the ground. Yours, mine, who's taking it? In the end, no one. It looks as though they're both going to be okay. As I glance out the window here. Rajbanji and Tripathi, they're both on their feet, so I think they're going to be okay.
And thank God for that, particularly with Lalit Rajbanshi, because he has had 2 shocking injuries that he's come back from. A knee injury that was potentially career-ending. It was MCL, it was ACL and meniscus all at the same time, and then the broken collarbone less than 12 months ago too. His fielding has improved so much. He always gives 100%. I'm just so glad that both he and Tripathi are okay. Big Maximum, though, gets the Royals up above 180. Everything must go. 3 deliveries left. Full toss, helped into the leg side. Fielder out there, Sharmala holds on to a good catch. Now both batters stare at the umpire. They want to have a look at this. It was a full toss. Was it too full? The umpires might be tempted to go upstairs and have a look.
He's missed out here. He's missed out. That you want to hit out the ground. Well, full toss, middle and leg. That's a fine catch from Sharmala running in. He did everything correct. Once he's taken the catch, He slid in, made sure that his elbows don't smash into the ground and the ball doesn't pop out. So Naresh goes for 8, 181 for 8.
Call it what you want. Cricket here at the TU, in this amphitheatre, in this cauldron, things happen. Naren Soud, the new man to the crease. They want the second, they're not going to take it. The last 30 deliveries alone, HD. 39 runs and 6 wickets.
You can understand the manner in which they've gone about trying to post this total, because when you have such a good platform to work with, you're going to come in all guns blazing, and that's what virtually every batter has done. And in the process, they've lost an enormous amount of wickets, but they are posting something very significant in a final here. This fella has 4 off just 1 ball. Underused, maybe.
They'll probably try to run the second. They've got nothing to lose in doing so. Oh, he's dropped it. They might run a third here because the bails are off. Chaos again. 2 runs to the total and the wicket, the run out at the non-striker's end. That's Isham Pandey, who's gone. Oh, cricket in Nepal. You can never take your eyes off it. You can never predict it. You just never know what will happen next. One thing's for certain, though. The Sudurpaschim Royals, they've posted 184 for 9 in the grand final.
This had to be one. They hadn't even turned when he started to throw the ball. Oh, the keeper has made such a hash of that. Milanta. It should have been one. They get 2. The Bolts, they've got some batting to do.
Well, it's a completely different game from the qualifier too, but there's shades of it, isn't there? That was a low-scoring classic. Are we now in for a high-scoring classic? Because the Sudurpaschim Royals have posted one of the highest totals of the tournament. Being honest, they should have got to 200. They should have been the first team to do that in this first season of the MPL. It was a flying start, led by Saif Zaib, who played so well for his 69 off 43. Big word too for Binod Bandari with 41 off 31, continuing his excellent tournament. The rest, though, only bits and pieces.
The critical thing there's only one batter in Arif Sheikh who has scored less than a run a ball. Otherwise, everyone else is more than a run a ball. Major Partnership was the one right at the top, 117 of just 74 deliveries. It set the platform. The rest came in. They played like millionaires. They had to play like millionaires because 200 was on the cards. They only end with 184. Still a good one.
For me, all a bit too chaotic. A little bit of panic set in. I know 184 they'd have taken at the start of the day without doubt. But I think they could and maybe should have got more. But a special mention for the 2 3-wicket haul.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
शिक्षा र खेलकुदका माध्यमले विश्व मानचित्रमा चिनिँदैछ मेरो सिटी अफ क्रिकेट धनगढी अनि यो सहर चिनाउन अगुवाई गर्ने मेरो कलेज मेरो एसपीए कलेज मेरो गौरव
सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा लगानी किन गर्ने आफ्नो बच्चाको उज्जवल भविष्यको लागि आनन्दसँग रिटायरमेन्ट बिताउनको लागि आफ्नो सपनाको घर लागि लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनको लागि त्यसैले सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा हरेक महिना सानो सानो लगानी गरी लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनुहोस् सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी आज एसआईपी भोलि वीआईपी
भाइ दुईटा चिसो रेड बुल गरिदिनु न
भाइ रेड बुल के दिएको यो रेड बुल भनेपछि रेड बुलले चाहिन्छ
Red Bull. Asli Nerozone.
अब संसारको जुनसुकै ठाउँबाट
आयामी गरेको पैसा सजिलै प्राप्त गरौँ
डाइरेक्ट पेको सुपर वालेटमा
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
And the winner of Miss Nepal World 2023 is Miss DHI, Sricha Pradhan.
नमस्कार, म मिस नेपाल र मिस DHI श्रिचा प्रधान। मेरो यो जितको खुसीमा मलाई साथ दिने DHI ले हजुरहरूको घरमा पनि धेरै खुसी ल्याउनेछ। Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI, happier home. छुट्टै छ है।
अब इन्डिया रोमिङ झनै सजिलो। इन्डियामा हुँदा इन्डियन लोकल नम्बरमा कल मात्र 8 रुपैयाँ 88 पैसा प्रति मिनेट। बेस्ट बोर्डर रोमिङ प्याक रु 100 देखि सुरु। डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123#.
Himsta for a complete home.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
Pond Super Light Gel.
Himsta for a complete home.
World-class range of solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र gas hobs ले तपाई र तपाईको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Himsta for a complete home.
विदेश घुमघामको फन एनसेल रोमिङले थप्छ छन्। बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु। बेस्ट 28 days रोमिङ प्याक मात्र रु 2499 मा। डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123#.
Himsta for a complete home.
I dare to express myself freely. I dare to aim with precision. I dare to explore new paths, fueled by ambition and unshakable focus. I dare to imagine a world where innovation isn't just a concept, but a reality. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन् ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस् खुलेर जिउनुस् सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
हिमस्टा फर अ कम्प्लिट होम
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
नियोको वर्ल्ड क्लास रेन्जको सोलर वाटर हिटर्स वाटर प्युरिफायर्स चिम्नीज र ग्यास हब्सले तपाईं र तपाईंको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ योर वे अफ क्वालिटी लिभिङ
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation.
Good diving stop on the edge of the circle. Might be Naren Saud there. Andrew Leonard here with you. I'm delighted to have Manali Patel join me for the first time today. Manali, this day almost defies description, doesn't it? It's quite something.
Thanks, Lenny. Quite something indeed. That's going to be the first runs off the bat. The bolts are off. And they're off in what should be a very difficult chase for them. It's a lot of runs on the board. They still need 184. But what a first innings it's been from the Royals. That opening partnership for the Royals, as good as it gets. Set the tone for the rest of it as well.
Yeah, I think the Malantha promotion back up to open is twofold. One, because it's such a large chase, required run rate over 9 right from the off. As Singh squares up Asif Sheikh, who does look shy of confidence. And then 2, it's the Harmeet Singh factor. He's bowled so well in the power play. They want that left hand, right hand combination to try and counteract his threat.
Didn't pick up any wickets in the last outing, but he bowled 4 overs for just 13 runs, Harmeet Singh. He really hold the one end down.
Nice pick-up shot. Maybe a sign of things to come. Nearly goes all the way, but instead it will be the first Super 4 powered by Encel 4G of the chase as Malanta picks that length up beautifully.
The Bolts need him to fire today, and he starts well, pulled away, just a tad too short from Harmeet Singh, and he's quick to rock onto that back foot. It's another Super 4 by Encel, and a one bounce over the rope.
Slight change in the field as the man who was out in the deep comes from deep backward square, comes to deep mid-wicket. That's the captain. Yeah, I'm a big believer in momentum, Manali, in T20 cricket, and if there's one thing the Bolts can take, they really restricted Sudurpaschim very well in the final 5. 41 runs, which is already a good result, but also, rather remarkably, 5 wickets too. 7 come from the first over. The Bolts, 7 for none.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
Himstar for a complete home.
East of Kathmandu and further down towards the border with India. So many have travelled a long, long way to be here today. Scott Kugelheim will want his crown back at the top of the table. He'll need 2 wickets to go past Raj Banshi to end as the tournament's leading wicket taker. Don't think anyone else close to in the mix in these two teams, although a special mention for Mahato's 13 wickets in the tournament, rounding out his excellent efforts with the ball. And good news is he's got his shirt back on his back, number 42. Lovely cover drive, that'll be 4. Sparkling start from Malanta.
That's one way to face Kugelheim. He's been quick, and why not take the pressure back onto him? Malantha, he's looking good. This time coming down the track, and he did very well, just waited until the length was right for him and placed it right in the gap. That's for education kits to school kids, thanks to the Encel Foundation for every 4 that's hit.
Yeah, what an impact that will have. We've seen basically every one of the 8 franchises announce CSR initiatives, and very much this Nepal Premier League has been about more than cricket, hasn't it? Changing the lives of people across the country for the better.
You've always got to love cricket with a cause. Because yes, the sport is fun, but the impact that it can have is massive, and why not use that impact to bring positive change?
.643 of them in this tournament in terms of 4s hit. Hundreds and hundreds of 6s and endless entertainment.
Well, you had a really good chat with Paras Khadka as well, and I love the vision that he has. It's not a 1-year thing, it's not a 2-year thing. He's thinking long term, where he can take this, how we can grow the sport, and how it can impact overall in Nepal.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you'll see broadcasts around the world and you say, oh, do they really believe what they're saying? This has exceeded every expectation, not by a bit, by a distance. Cricket on the pitch, fans in the crowd, fans online, fans on TV. It's been the talk of the country, this tournament.
Yeah, and you bring up a really good point. You hear a lot of things out there, but the thing that's really a standout for me, every time I've had a chat with Paras, is there is a passion there. And I suppose he's played this sport, he's played it for his country, and he can see, he's seen other parts of the world, he can see where Nepal needed it most, and he along with his team have come out with a standout product.
That will fool Asif Sheikh full of confidence. He is shy of runs, but he is a class player. That's his first boundary.
It's a decent start from the Bolts here, as Scott Kugelheim gets a little bit of away movement, but that's placed well, just opens the face and lets the pace of Kugelheim do all the work as that flies for another boundary.
Yeah, simply too full, wasn't it? And punished. Taking the aerial route by Asif Sheikh. Drags the length back, Sheikh early on the stroke, if anything. 2 in the book, 16 for none.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
बाजुपन सम्बन्धी कुनै पनि समस्या समाधानका लागि सम्झनुहोस् हार्दिक IVF and Fertility Center, Sinamangal, Kathmandu.
32 games, all at the same venue, inside what, about a 22-23 day period, as Dipender Singh Ari is going to bring himself into the attack. Not just the Cannes staff, the volunteers, there's so many volunteers here, and the curators, many of whom live at the venue. Maybe they've saved their best pitch for the final. It's a really good one, as Irie will come round the wicket. The rarest of things, put that into a museum, a misfield from the Tiger.
A decent start, going at 9.5 runs and over. Partnership's starting to build, and they want to make sure that required run rate is in check the entire time. Ilantha, 2 fours, as this is swept away. And this is what they needed, the Bolts. They needed this positive start. Wickets in hand, runs on the board. Dipender Singh Irie, the Tiger. He's going to want to have an impact here.
I've spent this whole 3 or 4 weeks answering questions as to which team I'm supporting. I'll say it one final time. No one team. I'm supporting all the teams here in the commentary box. Always do. But I will say one thing. I wouldn't mind seeing Dipender get a wicket, because we might. This one pierces the gap. Little short, little wide. And guided away for 4 more. Malantha has started brightly.
Tried to play the shot. It's been a couple of short and wide deliveries from Dipender Singh Irie, and this is well placed. Waited on it, had a really good base, and he gets it in front to point.
And the little arm ball that comes back in. The reason I wouldn't mind him getting a wicket, though, is just purely for 2 reasons. The noise around this ground will be outrageous, and I reckon the somersault might come out again.
Do you know if he's ever tried gymnastics? That was very impressive.
Multi-talented, no doubt. Slog swept. Gets a good piece of it, gets it all the way. The chase is very much well and truly on here. Bolts off to a flying start. It's 29 for none.
मेरो नम्बर मेरै चोइस आफुलाई मन पर्ने नम्बर छानेर लिनुहोस्
खिलाडीलाई तताउने चौका छक्का जित्याउने स्टेडियम गुन्जाउने fan जहाँ पनि रम्पम छँदैछ नि रम्पम छँदैछ नि
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
They're starting to bat better, and remember, Jimmy Neesham's still to come.
We got a hold of this one, Asif Sheikh. Put away for a maximum.
Four more. Real roars around this ground, showing just how many Janakpur fans are here too. A flying start powered by Malanta.
The radar's off here for the bowling. Scott Kugelijn, too far down leg, and it's helped all the way. Couple bounces, 4 runs, and it's also dented that sign.
There's a huge amount of cricket to play here, but if this goes close and if the Bolts end up winning, Sudurpaschim will have lost it at points in their batting. It was chaotic, it was frenetic, it was frantic. It didn't need to be. They should have cantered to 200 plus.
Especially with the start that they did. The start with that partnership was incredible. But you got to hand it to the Bolts bowlers, where they've just pulled that momentum back in their favour. And they're keeping neck and neck as well.
Good diving stop. It's 4 runs saved by Saif Zaib, who batted so well in that 117 run opening partnership. Yes, no doubt credit to the bowlers, but I just thought some of the batting approach outside of the openers, well, it was at times crazy. It was just almost too aggressive, hyper aggressive.
And that's a conversation we've spoken about, haven't we? Knowing to know when to be calm, when to breathe, not entering panic mode.
4 more, overpitched, low full toss, sometimes difficult to put away. Malanta deals with it perfectly.
Too short and down leg with the first boundary. And this time it's too full and on the offside. It's going to pick up another 4 runs, and Malanta may just have found his form again. Good time to find it in the final.
Not sure if he's looking for the Yorker here or what length he's attempting to bowl. There's a great old saying in sport, play the game, not the occasion. Over the last 12-15 overs across the 2 innings, the Royals have been guilty of playing the occasion. They've got carried away. They need to rein things back. They need to get a grip of this game. Keeps going like this, the Bolts could make light work of this chase.
Well, wide. Scott Kugelijn has been guilty of bowling quite a few wides in the past. This time a bit too far down leg, and it's good to see Brandon McMullen come and have a quick chat with him. 2 boundaries have come off the over, now a wide. That means an additional ball. Required run rate 9 runs and over, and Malanta's off to a flyer.
Change of angle over the wicket now. Same result. In fact, not just 1 wide, it will be 3 wides to the total. Saud has to do the fielding. Got to remember, 8 games up to today for the Royals. McMullen opened the bowling in 6 of them. The reason he's not here, it's that left-hand, right-hand combination that's causing Kugelijn problems too.
Turning out to be a lengthy over. 6 deliveries bowled already. They've still got 2 more legal deliveries to go. And the runs are coming in the form of extras, aiding this run chase.
Pick up pull shot, slightly shorter side, all the way. They are cruising here, the Bolts. What a start.
This is the issue. You bowl the wide, not only are you giving the extra run, but you give that extra delivery that's going to go for more runs. That's exactly what happens here. Bit too short, it sat up nicely. Malanta did very well to pull that, knowing there was a fielder in the deep, and just gets enough. Cheering them on, the skipper. and he knows he needs to find a breakthrough soon. Doesn't want to give the liberty of the same sort of start with the bat to the bolts as his side had.
He may be cheering them on, but it's carnage out there. Panic, chaos, another change in angle. Where have the basic plans gone for the Royals? Well, that should have been 4 more, barring the big right boot, the size 12s of Scotty Kugelheim. And lovely to see Malantha check on the bowler's welfare. He is all right. It's 48 for none.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन
Scotty Kugelheim has stayed on the field after that. He's not moving quite as swiftly as Royals fans would like. He's at mid-on, he's up in the circle. Irie's going to bowl his second here. The occasion for me getting to the Royals right now. And that's a really well-judged single.
Good attacking mindset from both batters. If you can't get the big ones, attacking mindset from both batters. If you can't get the big ones, still rotate that strike. Scott Kugelheim had an expensive last over. Did well to get a boot there, but I was quite worried he might take a serious injury. Cut away in the gap, and it's going to be more runs. This time it's Asif Sheikh, and he picks up a boundary off Dipendra Singh Irie.
And the 50's up in just 26 legal deliveries. It's short, it's only a fraction wide, but it's wide enough. And a precision piece of placement. Hidden at the umpire, Sheikh will have said. It's exactly what he did. It finds the gap beautifully. This game will slip through the Royals' fingers if they don't turn it around quickly. It's well and truly game on in the grand final.
Oh, he struggled to find his line and length.